something that I ask myself a whole lot, just over the past like 6-7 years, just probably my whole life, is like how many times do I have to fail, okay, or do things wrong in order to really figure out what I should be doing, if I should be doing that, whatever it is or not. And I think what I've learned over the past 2 years, and this is something that's been awesome for me this past year, about success and about failure, is that you've got to keep failing. Like you're always going to fail. You're never going to get to the point where you've got it all together, you're not failing anymore, like everything is just awesome and you know, whatever. Like I'm taking on the mentality that if I'm not failing, then I'm not learning, I'm not growing, I'm not bettering myself, I'm not trying to find ways to make my position better, whether it's, you know, smarter or more developed in a certain area with my job, or, you know, with my relationship with my wife or something like that. But never, you got to drop the mentality or drop that way of thinking where, like, to run away from failure or to stay away from, you know, messing up, because that's one thing that I struggled with for a long time. Is I wouldn't make decisions because out of fear. I wouldn't try new things because I was afraid of failing, because I knew I wasn't good at it. I knew, or like I just hadn't done it before, or just straight up it was out of my comfort zone. So I never did it. I never went after it because of fear of that failure. And I think that's very important to not necessarily put a time limit or a limit on, you know, how many times you should fail before, you know, you just kind of give it up. But, you know, welcome failure, you know, just embrace it, learn from it, find ways that you can change the way you did it, and so you don't have to keep failing in that exact same way every time. You know, you don't want to get on a cycle of failure where you do one thing, you fail at it, and you try to do it again, you fail at it, you try to do it again, you fail at it, but you're doing the exact same thing. So you get into this cycle where you're failing, but you're not being, again, refined. You're not being, you know, changed at all. You're just making the same decision over and over and over, and you're just going to keep failing at it. You know, I think you have to learn from failure. And I think as long as every time you mess up, every time you fail at something, that you learn from it, and that you can say, okay, this time I did this way and this was the end result, so this next time I'm gonna do it this way, and see what kind of end result that brings. And I think that's where failure is awesome. That's where, you know, that's where you should be failing, and that's how you should be failing. So to put a number on failure, you can't. You just got to keep doing it. You know, keep learning, keep stretching yourself, keep making yourself better. Okay, William, see you guys later.